In the dazzling universe of rock and roll, few artists polarized the music world quite like David Bowie. The Starman wasn't just a revolutionary icon who redefined popular culture. He was also a magnet for controversy, making enemies as easily as he made hits. Behind the glitter and glamour, Bowie's constant reinventions and theatrical flair rubbed many of his contemporaries the wrong way. For every fan who worshipped Ziggy Stardust, there was a fellow rock legend who thought Bowie was nothing more than a poser. Today, on Legend Uncovered, we're diving deep into the 6 legendary musicians who reportedly couldn't stand David Bowie. These weren't minor disagreements. These were rivalries, grudges, and betrayals that lasted decades, and they will change the way you see rock history forever. Number 6, Neil Young, the Canadian folk rock hero known for his raw honesty and uncompromising style. Neil Young reportedly saw Bowie as the definition of fake rock, all image, no soul. According to journalist Nick Kent, during the recording of tonight's The Night, Young joked, "That British guy changes costumes more than he changes chords. Real music comes from the heart, not a makeup kit." For Young, Bowie's glam theatrics weren't just annoying, they represented the future of rock becoming superficial spectacle. And when someone mentioned Bowie during a 1976 session in Los Angeles, Young allegedly muttered, "I don't have time to discuss Halloween costumes." To Neil Young, Bowie had betrayed rock's rebel spirit, replacing raw truth with Broadway lights. Number 5, Johnny Rotten. The snarling frontman of the Sex Pistols wasn't one to hold his tongue. In 1977, as punk exploded, Rotten took aim directly at Bowie, calling him just another rich rock star playing dress-up for teenagers. "We're here to destroy everything he represents." Rotten saw Bowie's success as the ultimate example of rebellion turned into fashion. While punk was stripping rock back to its working-class roots, Bowie was embracing art school theatrics that, in Rotten's view, had nothing to do with real life on the streets. One night in London, Rotten reportedly shouted in a club, "Don't mention that corporate puppet in my presence." He sold out before most people even knew what selling out meant. For Rotten, this wasn't just music, it was war. Number 4, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, the Nobel Prize-winning poet of rock, supposedly had no patience for Bowie's shape-shifting personas. During Bowie's hunky-dory era, when he flirted with Dylan-style folk rock, Dylan allegedly scoffed, "This English kid thinks copying my style makes him deep. He's got the surface, but none of the soul." Dylan, who reinvented himself through real-life changes, saw Bowie as an actor pretending to be a musician. Insiders claim Dylan even refused to share a bill with Bowie on tour, saying, "I don't perform with actors." To Dylan, Bowie wasn't expanding rock, he was trivializing it. Number 3, Keith Richards. The Rolling Stones riff master never minced words. According to reports, Richards once sneered, "Bowie thinks rock and roll needs costumes and concepts." The man's turned rebellion into a bloody art exhibition. Real rock comes from the streets, not from drama school. For Richards, Bowie represented the gentrification of rock, turning a dangerous, working-class art form into safe intellectual entertainment. At a 1973 London gig, when Bowie tried to chat backstage, Richards allegedly shot him down with, "I don't talk to people who think rock and roll needs a script." For the ultimate rock outlaw, Bowie had sanitized danger. Number 2, Iggy Pop now. Here's the most painful betrayal. In the mid-1970s, Bowie and Iggy Pop were inseparable. Bowie produced Iggy's legendary albums, The Idiot and Lust for Life, helping rescue him from self-destruction. But soon, the friendship soured. Iggy reportedly felt Bowie was controlling his career, using him as an experiment while keeping his own image clean. One night on tour in '77, Iggy discovered Bowie was pocketing producing royalties he thought were unfair. Furious, Iggy allegedly screamed backstage, "You've been stealing my soul and selling it back to me as your vision." From then on, Iggy dismissed Bowie as a vampire, feeding on the authenticity of others. What began as a brotherhood ended as bitter rivalry. Number 1, John Lydon, a.k.a. Johnny Rotten. Yes, he's back. Because no one hated Bowie more than John Lydon. For Lydon, Bowie wasn't just a poser. He was the enemy of punk itself. Bowie's the enemy of everything real about music, Lydon said. A middle-class art student who tricked people into thinking he was dangerous. But he was never dangerous. He was safe rebellion for people who wanted to pretend. Even decades later, Lydon refused to appear at events where Bowie was present. He told managers flat out, "I won't share a stage with that fraud." For punk's loudest voice, Bowie wasn't a hero. He was a sellout who made rebellion marketable.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.